7790. I think I'm on live stream right now. Find out. Oh my God, I'm on stream. How do I go to the YouTube one? See it right there. Hey, what's going on out there? Am I running a 5090? I'm running the 5080 instead because I want the more spread out for spreading out. I need to spread out operations or something. The 5080 is better for multitasking, so I got a 5080, and I got a few others too. I run 3 computers right now. I think 2 or 3 PCs all built out. I think I got a lot of money in here right now. If we're talking GPUs around these parts. Hey, thanks for the well wishes. So I was trying to set up the stream for tomorrow. I haven't been on in a few days here. I got really wrapped up last week. Things are moving faster than they're supposed to. Are slower, I guess, but faster. I went and did a. Hold on a second, I can't hear myself. So what I did an MRI last week. Hello, check 1 2. So what happened was this. I got an order to do an MRI, and I couldn't get into an MRI for 2 months. So what I did was I found like an office building with an MRI machine. I went and got an MRI. I had an order for STAT. You guys might remember that. So okay, so I went and got an MRI. It was not the correct MRI. Hold on. So I'm supposed to have I didn't know that there were different Tesla MRIs. What I wound up getting was a 1.5. My doctor last week had to push for me to push to get in. I couldn't get into a research institution for 2 months. So what I did was I paid cash, private money. And as soon as I said that I would pay cash, I got into the I got into the research institution level MRI. So that means I can't eat, can't drink, or whatever again. They shoot me up full of these fucked up drugs, I think they're metals and stuff. I don't know exactly what they're shooting me up with, but they're shooting me up with different shit. So I got a new MRI on Thursday and then walked the film to my doctor. And the reason being is that I'm going to read to you what I have. Seeing as people don't seem to believe that I have cancer or whatever, pre-cancer, whatever the fuck it is. I'm going to tell you what I have right now. I have a adenoma with only villus component. I'm going to cover my name here because I don't want you guys to know everything about me. But I'll type it on the screen for what I have here. You can read this if you want, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't be showing that, but I'll type out what I have here. Hold on. I'll look it up. Adenoma. Villus component. Okay, and what it says here, what I have here, it says, I've got it right here. I don't know if you can see what that says, but I'll read it to you. It says, an adenoma with the exclusively or predominantly villus component is a benign precancerous growth in the colon composed of finger-like projections. It carries a higher risk of harboring high-grade dysplasia or progressing into invasive cancer compared to tubular adenomas, and it typically requires complete endoscopic removal and closer surveillance. I just clicked on another one here, and it says that what I have is very rare. And villus adenomas of the duodenum and small bowel, particularly of the ampulla, can occur. Villus adenomas are concerned primarily because of the risk of malignant transformation. So what that means, and what my doctor is saying now, is that I have to this week get another colonoscopy with another biopsy, saying that when they biopsied me, that they may have missed cancer. And when they got the new MRI, it was to make sure that it's not growing into anything that they can't see, any other organs and stuff like that. So I get the answer for this stuff on Monday morning. I'll be here tomorrow. I was on stream trying to set the stream up tonight. I'm doing weekend charts for you for futures. We can do them together right now. But I wanted to set up the stream because it was all jacked up last week, and whenever I don't stream, it resets and everything needs to download. It does downloads and stuff and updates, and then it gets all fucked up and discombobulated. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at a lot of doctor's appointments. I'm at a lot of last minute doctor's appointments. I'm at doctor's appointments where I'm hand delivering things to other doctors. And this should progress quickly. So what's going to happen from this point forward is this. So Monday, I should know what they want next. I think that's going to be a colonoscopy. So I'll stop eating on Monday. Hopefully I'll have the colonoscopy, let's say by Wednesday. And they're going to make a decision if they cut it out or if they hook me up to radiation and chemotherapy. What they said was that I'll hold a box, I'll have a unit, and it'll plug into my chest. You guys will be able to see the tubes running out of my body. If they do that to me, I will show you. I'll take my shirt off and show you the fucking tubes coming out of my body. I guess you could say it's AI or something as well. But it's going to be that or they cut this fucking thing out of me. It's one of those two goddamn things this week. Now, the recovery, if they cut it out, should be simple. Should be really quick, unless he did say that he could recommend me to go to the Clevelander to have it cut out if they don't think they can get it all. So maybe I'll start this whole process over again because my life is kind of on the line here, and the kind of tumor that I have is very rare and very dangerous. As a matter of fact, this past week, no, I'm not going to say that stuff to you. I've just had some other physical ailments along with this kind of stuff, and it's stopping me from being here, And it's very dangerous what I have. It could detach and kill me. I could bleed out, bleed out of my ass and die. I don't hate saying that shit to you guys, but it's what it is. So, okay, how you guys all doing out there? You guys all doing well? Yeah, dude, Generous Greg, that's what they were saying. So my main doctor, my GP, so my cancer doctor, I got 3 different doctors right now. I got gastrointestinal doctor, or GP, a gastrointestinal doctor, and then I got a cancer doctor, and then I got his partner, which is a female, who actually does the colon type shit. Okay, now the GP is fuck shrinking that thing, cut it right the fuck out of you. That's what he said. Because of what it is, it's not a normal tumor. It's it's a tumor that can rapidly turn. There's this tumor that I have is so fucked up. It can rapidly turn into cancer at any moment. If they don't cut it out fully, it can rapidly evolve into it could be dead in 3 months or something that fast. It could rapidly expand and kill me. It could also expand to a point where I can't poop anymore. Quickly, weeks. We're talking weeks here, guys. This shit's been going. I was talking to Kurt Watlett this past week, and I was complaining about something with my ass 2 years ago. And we had Mr. Yen on the show, and he was like, "You have to have that looked at," and I did. I fucking had it looked at for 2 straight years, and fucking nothing. So this has been going on for a period of time, and without my GP knowing, and so I have to get this done. It's very disruptive. I understand that. No, it's not out, dude. It's not fucking out. They keep stopping me every fucking step of the way. It's it's worse than we thought. So I'm what? I mean, that's basically what they're saying, right? And then they're like every specialist up the fucking line is like, well, we got to do all this over again. I shit you not. Like, this is really going on in my life right now. Like, this is really happening in my life. So yeah, it should be cut out this week, I think. Or you're gonna see me hooked up to a bunch of shit. Now, supposedly, if they do the cancer treatment, I'll be fine and I'll be stable. Like every 2 weeks, I'll be sick for like 2 or 3 days. But that's it. Other than that, I'll live a normally through that. But my GP is like, he's against that course of treatment. He's very afraid of what this thing is. He seems to think that it could be like gargantuan and like come kill me quickly. So, at any rate, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. I'll be honest with you guys. It's probably going to put me into the poorhouse. It's going to cost me. By the time I'm done, it's going to likely cost me, $500,000. That's where I think I'm at right now. I will be at that. I thought 200,000, but now I'm thinking more. Every step of the way, it's been either deny or self pay, or like they're denying in so many different fucked up ways. Like I had a stat fucking order for a 3T MRI or better, and they told me 2 months. Like, I'll be fucking dead, man. Even the doctor was saying that to me. He's like, we're not doing this. I'm like, look, just say you'll pay cash. And I was like, just say we'll do self pay. Like, let's do it. Like, here's my credit card, fucking run it. Like, and so that's what we did. And it was very disturbing that I was able to do that. Like, the fact that I was able to self pay and push someone else out of line is even more fucking crazy. Whatever our healthcare system is. Okay, let's look at this week. We got to get over this. Let's move on from this shit. I will be here to stream tomorrow for you. I want to give you an update because I think I left you with last week that we were going to distribute last week, and then it would be hard to like unclench us to move to the downside. And let's talk about that right now if we can. We're on a weekly here. I wanted to see if we closed the week green. And this candle is green last week. And I want to show you within this candle right here. We're on ES right now. I got pictures. You guys didn't see the pictures? I got fucking pictures. You want to see it? Where's my pictures at? I got fucking you guys want to see how big that? Dude, this is how fucking crazy this is. So it's 6 centimeters one way, but it's much longer the other way, and it's like my whole butthole is almost closed. Where's the one with the big one on it? A big fucker. That's that one right. No, it's this. Yeah, this one right here. Let me show you guys. Let me show it to you guys here. Hold on. I'll show it to you guys right now. You want to see it? I had to cover up my my details and stuff. You can see that this is not normal paper. This is it says in the back print paper or something. I don't know what that says, but just so you can see, it's like glossy. I'll show it to you right now. So this is the mass. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'll try to pull it back. That's it right there. That's my fucking rectum. That's my butthole. That's all. That little black crack right there is all that can come out of me. So I don't need a ton right now, and blah 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 blah. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, let's talk about this. So I want to show you ES really quick here, and most importantly is the week. And there's something else going on here, right? So we have a green week last week. The following week was a red week, but we did not retrace the Thursday, Friday of last week. So we're going to switch to a day view here quickly. And I just wanted to see if we were able to sweep either of those 2 days. So I just want to take a peek right here. This is Monday. This is Friday. This is Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we're going to create Monday here. Let's just take a peek at this. This is the Friday low. Hold on here. We can go to a smaller frame here. We can go to 1 hour. Let's look at this one right here. Just want to see if we were able to actually sweep that or not. We did get down there on Friday, didn't we? I think we've done everything we need to do. Let's just look at this one really quick. There's one more to look at here. This is 10 a.m. right here. I want to see where these guys are. These are the guys you want to check. This is where the smart money is right here. The smart money is right here. And we can see that they came in. They took these guys out here. And then we want to look at, let's just see this right here. That Thursday, that's good. I want to count back here. Here's Monday. Just want to see this here. Monday, there's the sweep. We took this one out here. And there's one more down in here. See this Thursday right here? We never tested this one. Here's Friday. There's Thursday at 11. Wednesday, Thursday. Just want to see this here. We took that one out too. See it right there? And see that one too right there. That's all good. We're good here. I think we've swept everything that we need to sweep. And that's the halfback trade. You see it right there? So this is the halfback trade. And now we're in August. We shouldn't come back for this, or if we do come back for this, I don't think we have to come back for any of this. This all looks good. I like all this. Okay. Let's just check NQ. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, and here we're missing these two over here. We're missing this one over here. This one right here needs hit. I don't know if that one needs hit right there. And this is Friday. Right there. Hang tight. So I want to check one more thing here. Hold on. There's that one right there. RTY. None of that was swept down there. Don't have to worry about this one here because maybe. You could argue that one's still open there. All right, let's go back to ES. Man, I'm wondering if we can go straight up to 8,500. I really am. $7,850, 7,800 or 8,000. The only thing that I don't like in here, I'll say this to you. The only thing that I don't like here, if I have anything that I don't like, what's up? What are you guys doing? How you doing? It's Sunday. Sorry, I had to turn on my streaming setup to make sure it wasn't all fucked up. I had a bunch of updates and stuff, and I had like things that weren't working, so I turned on the stream. How y'all doing? Y'all doing well? Everybody doing well out there? Yeah. My wife and daughters just got back. They've been gone 5 days. I just showed my cancer shit again. Um, I'm in like the last final throes of getting it cut out of me. So you should see that quickly happen here in the next few days. Yeah, good to see you all. Okay, so this is ES. We should probably do it like this, depending upon how you draw out ES. Sorry, I'm jumping between a bunch of different charts here, trying to find out something important. So let's start this at the beginning. I just want to make sure I have this correct. So number one, I didn't know I was going to be streaming right now. So number two, I'm doing what I do on Sundays to put out an outlook on the website for you. And the thing that I wanted to, or the thing that the thing is this, okay? I assume that everybody wants to see us retrace all this. This is where the smart money is. They're down here, okay? And there was probably a lot of anger. This is Monday, Tuesday here. Here's Monday right here. We have a green week, right? Green week. And the expectation I want to assume here is up on Monday, right? Retrace all this stuff down here, hit all this bad boy right here. Right, and then we're out of here for a strong end of the week, right? And that did not happen, did it? So that's the big thing. I don't think that I don't think that we can get down there. Like this here is a FOMO push up. Like everybody's excited, everybody's buying calls. And then you're looking for what could unclench us to the downside. So they have the big thwack in here, and it didn't happen, right? We didn't blast down here, hit these early last week. So the question I had was, can we do it on NFP? And I don't think that we could. So this is where NFP is, right? Here's NFP. And I think I said to you, post NFP. Oh, hold on, make that a 20 there. And post one more thing, right? Which is our inflation stuff for this upcoming week. So if we look at, excuse me, if we look at the inflation read, it's on Wednesday, which is Wednesday right here. post-inflation prints, right? That maybe we can get some kind of an unwind to the downside on Vixpiration and on OpEx. Give me a second here. Oh, look at this. S&P 8,000. Here we come. Goldman Partners sees even more demand outweighing record equity issuance. And I've got 8,000 up there. Hold on a second here, guys. And we want an OpEx calendar. I think it's 21st, but I just want to make sure I got this right. Yep, 21st on the Friday is OpEx. So this is OpEx day. And there's something else that's important here too, isn't there? We're getting close to becoming like a vortex or a repellent for the collar. So we need to look at that as well. We have August 19th, Tuesday. We get back into a more traditional Vixpiration first, and then OpEx post. Excuse me. And there's something else we need to look at here. I'm going to go dig this out here. Let's look at the collar. Why can't I open this? What's going on here? Looks like my 5080 is not doing what I want it to do. There we go. That's seasonality. You want to look at the collar here. Let's take a look at this. Oh boy. So 78.90. This is a tough one to beat. See this short call? See this short 780 call here? You know, in my mind, this almost becomes a repellent, not a magnet. Like if you trade that, they're gonna unload into us on this stuff. There are examples of us breaking out. You can see one right here. We popped the collar here. We popped the collar in here, popped the collar in here. You know, theoretically, we can pop collars. But this is a good example here. Do you see how when we initially came in to pop this collar, they dumped it? You see that dump right there? They dumped it again in here. This is August of 25. And then when we got into the last month, you can see you see how they hammered us in here? Like no, and only post quarter end. No, this is the last month right here. We couldn't break out until the final month. So just looking over here, even if we're going to pop the collar, you know, it could be a series of bam, you know, bam down here, bam, grind down here, bam, grind down here, and they're going to try to like unload as we get up there. And even if we were going to pop the collar, it probably wouldn't be until September if we did it anyways. So what we're looking for, my point here is what we're looking for is unclenched downside moves. So, you know, if it's something either like this, down, maybe something like this, and then back down over here. Something like this, where you're like pushing up into the inflation print. Everybody freaks out, right? Or maybe a pop up because inflation's running hot, but it's not overly hot, so we're going to manage it or whatever. Back down over here, back up in here, back down into here, and only post month. Just check this again up here. So you're like grinding up into, hold on, this is the last day of the month. This is the 14th. Assuming that's when, let me just check this really quick. August of 2025. OPEX was when? Not MAPEX. $2025. We'll look at this together. OPEX was on this date right here, the 15th. So we like drove higher into OPEX. So let me look at 2025 expiration really quick. August, it was post. So Vixpiration fell before, came post in 25. This was Vixpiration, but in our case, we have Vixpiration first. Staying tight here. And then month end, we actually traded up into the pin up here. Do I have this right? I think I have this right. Something like this. It's something more like this. Like come up here, catch the high, close, get the inflation print, and then we start rolling down into VIXI OPEX, and then we come back up here and pin that into end of month. It's something like that there. If we were to do that. Now, something else about this is if we do something similar to it. The other noteworthy thing is here, as you can see on the last day, this is the 29th. They dumped it on the actual last day of the month to the daily trigger. So it's kind of a crazy look. It should be something like this. Here's the 31st. That's a Monday. So Friday, I would say they start dumping this violently into this daily trigger right here. You can kind of see this daily trigger racing higher. And then they pick it back up if we do pop the collar for the month of September. That's if we pop the collar, it looks something like this. And then we would be trying to trade 8,500. I kid you not, until like September. Boy, that would piss off some people, wouldn't it? Whoop. Something like that. And what this becomes is like, yeah, it's something like that. It becomes something like slam this up here, slam this up here, and then a big fat W. You see it? There's your W. You bust through the 88,000. Start making a nice little handle over here. And there's your W. You see it? There's your wing on wing. This one could be lower. So they try to come in on Vixpiration and dump it pretty hard. You might even see this, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because, like, trying to circle back to that conversation that we were having earlier, we didn't get to sweep this stuff. So if you can't get it, like, post, yep, or the chances of you getting it is likely post NFP, post inflation prints, and maybe it takes VIXI and OPX. So I'd be the buyer down here. I just don't know when it takes place. I would expect it either, like, if we freak out on CPI or Vixpiration month end, something like that. Does that make sense? I think war was only really over to get the data for the CPI. Whoever just asked that question. And we're going up in futures if you don't know. We're not at 1,600 yet. We should pop up. We should be green. But do you guys get the gist of this here? You guys, excuse me. So post-inflation print. This is post-NFP. Post-inflation print is right here. This is Wednesday, right? So the way is higher, in my view. Down like this, up on a post-inflation print, then they're going to freak out. They're going to be like, oh my God, we're in trouble. Yeah, fine. Hit that one right there. And then post-Vixpiration OPX, and plus you have the repellent of 78.90. So I would even say, I bet you don't get above this here until we're out of the month. 70, is that 78.90? Hold on. Short 78 or 78.90. They're going to try to sell that right there until the end of the month. Even if we poke our heads up above there, this goes a little bit lower. In my view, this goes a little bit lower. And in my view, we fail the high. I think we fail that high. And then I would like to see this swept into, like, you know, you're waking up on, like, or we're trying to buy this on Friday at the latest. We'll give it till Friday of the first week of September. So it should look something like this. Yeah, if I have some time, I will. I have to put this, I have to, like, post this stuff in the Discord, and I have to post it on the website. Okay, let's look at this here together. So I got a general outline of what I'm thinking here, which is, you know, maybe like you pop here, get the leg, come up here, get a quick excitement, and then we start dumping. And we should market something like this here. So it should look something like this. Bam, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we try to pick this thing up in early September. Yeah, that was weird. Someone was saying that I'm trying to pump ASIO. I guess I'm on sell side research first, right? Trying to take it to 42 cents to buy. We'll look at that ticker as well. I guess I'm being paid by sell side research, and then I'll get paid by buy side research or something. People are saying, or they were saying I'm on buy side research being paid, which I'm not. But sorry, I'm trying to read some of your stuff here. I'll look at Tesla as well if you like. I got to do that tonight anyways, but I can look at it here with you in the show. Let me write this stuff down for you guys here. Hold on. You said HTZ. Try to take a look at that one as well. All right, hang tighter, guys. This is what I've got. Actually, this is what I've got right here. I don't think it's going to be any different than this. So we're going to do it like this. Let's start here at a week. And hey, look at that. Right down there, you see it? So we're going to get rid of this one. I'm going to tell you that I'm a buyer right here. On a day, here's the halfback. Maybe we can sweep down here, but maybe not. We could potentially come all the way down here. There's the W. There's the day. On the 4 hour, right down there. And then the 1 hour. There's Wednesday, right? There's VIXI and OPEX down here. That's 7,500. See it right down there. That's be something just like this. Obviously, this thing's going to have to do a bunch of other crap, but This shouldn't happen until September. We cannot unwind. We cannot pop the collar. I don't think we can pop the collar until post month. If we're going to pop the collar, if we're going to pop 8,000, we're going to pop the collar. I don't think we can do it in here. There's your inverse head and shoulders right here. I don't like them, but there's one right there. Finally gets slammed down. Bears will tell you this will happen down here. We'll need to wait to see if we hold this or not. If we hold this and start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here, we pop this back up again. It's off and running to the races again. And popping the collar into September. I'll just say it to you now that you're going to likely find this out like the first week of September. If we can pop it or not. Just note that right now this is repellent. At least on the collar it is. And things should be a bumpy ride if we try to break above it. Just be aware of that, and you probably can't get above it until post-month if you wanted to. Do you guys understand that, though? Like, does this make sense to you at least? Yeah, and there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. If any of you count Elliott Wave, this should match up just fine. This one could be a little bit more messy in here. I know it's messy, but this one could be a little bit messier. There's 7, 8, 2, 5 maybe. I'd like to see it. I'd still like to see it up there. It's still like the violence to show the strength that it wants to break up. Any more questions about this right here? ES, any questions? Because I'm going to do this quicker alone. I'm going to do NQ quicker, but I'll post this for you tonight in the Futures Outlook. You'll also get the rest of it. Just clean all that up. Clean that up. You don't need to see any of that crap there. The only other thing I want to say about this is that I don't like. There's articles coming out. We're gonna break 8,000. I don't think you can until post. I could be wrong. But I don't think that we're going until post month, until the new month starts. That's how I think it's going to happen. You think that's going to happen. We're going to grind down, 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 and then we don't break out until we're in September. I'm going to use 2025 as the example, or at least an example as to, I would say a couple things. I would say we're at the top of the fucking collar, and they're going to sell on us. I can promise you that. Number one. Number two, if we're going to try to break the collar, it likely, because of just how the option market is, it wouldn't happen until we unclench all of those calls at the end of the month. Any questions on this? And I'll say a few more things on this. If we are able to break above, yeah, we can always talk about back testing and, building Poop Mountain up here. But if it was me, I would say to you, be down here waiting and not chasing this. We can chase it a little bit, but I think being Johnny on the spot down here is the way to be. It's been very profitable to do that as well here, so you can see it right here too. Like it's been extremely profitable to buy here, buy this. Even if we were to argue that we're not going to get down here, just staying here is kind of the way to be. Like any of this daily trigger in here, even if it's blast down here, it's a buyer, pants on fire on the daily. That's right, only up. I think we're going to smash. We're going to be trying to smash into it, but I don't think we can get above it. Is my point. I think it's fine to smash near 8,000. I think I put in there 78.90. So can we smash up there? Sure. Can we wick up there? Sure. Can we what? Can we literally put a print up there? Sure. If you do I think you can put a print up here? Fuck yeah. But I think it'll be a wick. I think there'll be a big ass candle right here. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like let's go back and look at this other example one more time just to show you what I mean. Just one more time. So here's the short call at 780, okay? I would expect for the rest of the month for it to be something like this, if if we're gonna pop it, it's gonna be something stupid like down here, down here, down here, and then like even one more slam down here. And then post month, there we go. Okay? And you can kind of see it for the end of the month over here, right? Whoop. On SPX, that's 816 something. I'm assuming that's going to be close to like 8250 on ES. And here's a prior example right here. Nope, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. That one right there. And what you really want to be looking at here is, here's the September one. Nope, hold on here. There's August. That one white. This is, make that a 4. Just for visualizing, if you want to visualize this, if we were to pop the collar, notice how we were unable to pop it here, unable to pop it there, unable to pop it here. And then eventually we go post month. This is the 3rd month of the quarter, and we're able to, pop that fucking thing. So if you're talking about popping the collar, I would say expect, violence here. They're just going to try to like, no, 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 no. And then we eventually break out up here. Now, looking at it from the perspective of ES here, here's the daily trigger. What the prior example is that we don't go down here, that we just do this here, like wham down here, and we start breaking out post. So I'm just saying to you, you're either defending like 7-5-8-5, or if there's a quick wick down that you can grab, add to your position, whatever that may be. If you're on pop the collar trade, if you're on, hey, we're going to party in September to the upside, you're trying to like buy this daily trigger right here, wherever it may be. You can see the 1 stroke right here. You can probably buy that. And we come back down. Maybe they put a quick wick in down below to just clean up that prior Thursday, Friday from a couple weeks ago. And then we're out of here. Should be fairly easy. This should be the worst pain you have is 7,400. I don't even think you can get there. If you look at the prior example, we just do this. It's just a bunch of this crap in here. So you're literally just buying this like daily trigger here. There's a small gap to close right here, so I have that one penciled in. Yeah? No? Okay. All right. You guys are hilarious. So something like this. We're trying to defend this whole line here on the way down. Anything down here, if we can get down there, I don't know if we can, but if we can, buy the daily trigger. If we close that gap, you get any wicks down here, buy that right there. We'll do it together. I'll be here with you this week. I think most of the week, unless it speeds up really quickly. Let's look at NQ really quick. It's that same zone down here. This is that Thursday, Friday we left behind. Everyone's angry about it. Yeah, that's kind of vicious, isn't it? I'm just looking to see where they're going to try to take this out. Geez, like NQ is showing like SPX could fucking actually break, or ES could actually break up and trade 8,500 like right now. Well, then I got to look at a few things here. Oh, sorry. NQ looks fucking strong as fuck. Like NQ is telling a completely different story than SPOOS. NQ's like, it's like, hold on a second here. Come on. It's like telling a story of trading this in the close on Monday. This is the Friday, Thursday low right here. I just want to check one more thing back here if I can. Why is this fucking thing saying no? That's Thursday. Okay, that's the third. Okay, they tried to sell that on Thursday. That's not the right one though. It's this one right in here. Monday's Wednesday. This is the inflation print. It should be something like this. There's Friday. It's gonna smash us up into here, I think. You're gonna wake up on Monday like this. This is all Vixpiration stuff in here. This is OPEX. I think that comes down. There's another one right here. And there's one more. Smash, smash, smash. I can't tell if this is like that first week down here, how if they can actually get this thing down here. I'm not showing the sweep down here. I don't see the sweep. I see like the break above, the smash up here. I see the smash here. I see an all-time high like in September for post-September, up, and then the dump. I don't see this dump down here. I mean, I don't see it here. Let's just have a look at it on a higher frame. There's the weekly right here. This is where the smart money is. They're probably right here. NQ is like saying that it's going to drag. What else is fascinating is there's an indecision candle here. Do you see it on NQ for the week? Here's the dailies. We need to see these. We don't really need to see that. We just need to see this one right here. Four-hour. Right there. I kind of see go to a 1 hour here. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, hold on. There's another 4. Okay, so down. Down, up, get the equal leg. We're going to try to push it down for a new low on Tuesday. This is also when the print comes in for inflation. On here. Yeah, I think that comes down into Monday. It's like bye. Hold on a second here, guys. There's OpEx. There's Vixpiration down. It's right around that 30,000 mark over there. There's the 4, there's the daily. I'd really like to see that fucking thing come down here, but I don't know if we can. That shit looks so strong right there. There's one right there. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this is telling a different story here. Pull that one down right there. Pull this one down right here. And my bigger question is, like, does this get an all-time high in here? 17th, that's way September 24th, 25th. That's 21st, 22nd, 23rd. That's end of the month. New all-time high. 31.20. You can see all these, like, they don't want it to, they don't want it to get up, and you don't get up until post-month. You could theoretically argue it starts going just like this. It's gonna be fucking one up here, an all-time high into the OpEx September. And I would even argue that right there. Maybe. Tuesday, that's Friday, that's OpEx. Boom down, that's, nasty, and then up here. And I'll say something about this, like NQ looks stronger than SPOOS does. And you make a move like this up here, it's gonna send SP S&P over 8,000 early. That's going to be vicious. One, bam, bam, bam. Take all these out. Take that one out right there. All-time high in September for NQ. Now I'll tell you what too. If we save this for October, like we like swinging down here for these lows in here in September, or excuse me, like October, November, and then you've got end of year. End of year should be like, there's a giant fucking W in here, right? See it, right? Like you can make the argument that, like, no. Pop this thing, big correction down here. Stop this here. And we're flying high into end of year. And there's your end of year. Let's go back and look at ES really quick. No. And I got that for an all-time high up here in September. The bigger question is, like, is this more like this? We're smashing this on October, in September, but then in October, and this gets pushed out into like November, October, and we start fading all this. You get the kiss of death up here. And this becomes like an October thing. You're like opening the door, and then they send you back down, and then I know that sounds crazy, but what's going on? I'm missing some of you guys are saying, hello, want to join your Discord? Can you use one mouse for all 2, 3 PCs? Huh? What are you guys talking about? You guys don't ever see me use mouses for each PC? Maybe you better just take care of that drinking thing first. What are you guys talking? I'm missing what you guys are talking about. The 90% chance, greater than 90% chance to fill the gap. I don't know. Okay, hold on here, guys. I just want to look at one last thing here. I have like multiple chats, so I'm not tracking all of the conversation here. Like it tracks like 3 or 4 different places. So I'm trying to read your chats right now, and I don't understand everything you're saying, all of what you're saying. So I'm like looking at this thing down here. This is RTY with that check back. Yeah, I just read it. Someone said maybe you should take care of that drinking thing. What drinking thing? You mean the ability to drink, or eat, or travel, or have fun, or all that? I don't know. Hang tight 1 second here, guys. So NASDAQ showing more strength than, yeah, we got to look at the Russell too here. So the Russell is very sensitive to CPI prints. We already took that one out right there. Yeah, can I do? I don't understand what you guys are saying. Here, look. Hold on 1 second here. Can't understand. So this is. There's a cursor right there. There's a cursor right here. Do you see this cursor right here? Can they move in the same times? Fuck yeah. Just like that. Is that 2 computers or is that 1 computer? Someone asked if I could use 2 cursors at once on the screen. Yeah, you want to see it? Can you do that on your screen? Can you do that at home? Who asked that question? Trader to black. I fucking love these Sundays. Sundays is good. All right, let me just look at RTY here. Now we got to look at RTY because of 2 things. RTY has already traded the test of the prior high back here, which is the first red candle down from the high, from the actual high. So they did that. That's cool. I want to see this one get shanked. I'll be honest. There's one more high to be put in up here, but you know what? I think it's gonna fail. Look at that! All these fucking bears. They want to take this thing down. Woo! Look at that week. Holy shit! This one's a way bigger doozy. So RTY looking a lot worse than Tech, and a lot worse than SPX. RTY looks futures aren't down. What are you guys talking about down? Futures should be like, do you guys understand? Guys, slow down here. You guys are killing me. Hold on here. I gotta get. Hold on a second. I gotta get back to this for a minute. You guys are monsters. We're gonna put in a new high. Normally it takes until Monday, like the close of Monday. So we should be like flattish, greenish, and then we should print a new high. Well, on ES we should. NASDAQ too. I don't know about RTY here. I have a feeling that RTY is not going to have that. Hold on here. Did I already get that weekly in there? There. This one's a doozy here. This one is very sensitive. It's RTY. It's a dog. Let's take a look at this really quick. It's sensitive to rates, man. You get a red fucking bar. Isn't this futures? That doesn't look too unhealthy right there. Are we on futures? Wait a minute. I'm going to switch back over here in a minute. Give me a second. You guys are fucking killing me here. That looks pretty bullish to me. Does that look not bullish to you? I don't know. That looks like it's moving. I know. What are you guys saying in the chat? All this shit I'm reading in the chat is like, it's a lot of shit posting without context. All right, chill. Give me a minute here, guys. All right, here's the daily right here. Love buying me some D's. It's a big D right there. I had someone say, or I got a phone call saying, "Are you pumping Azio?" And I'm like, "Well, number one, it used to be known as EVTV, which I used to pump on this show too." But that I also posted on Twitter. I said, "Buy it down to 42 cents," which means, there's a fair chance of it trading down to 42 fucking cents. So I guess I'm on sell side research first, and then I'm on buy side. Right here, put this one right here. This is RTY. I'm a little bit more bearish on this one because of the inflation print. It's got a beautiful fucking thing, though, if you look at it closely. That 4R right there. I'm assuming, from what I can see here, like, I can see why these fucking bears want this right now. Like, these bears want, like, they want fucking, like, blood this shit down here. They didn't get that last week. So that's what they wanted. I don't think they can get this until potentially CPI print. Now, they might be successful in here. There's a trap in here for bulls. I mean, I wouldn't call it a trap, but see that high right there? They're going to try to sell that fucking thing right in here. So we should grind that. I think it's fine to come down here tonight. Catch some buyers at 2 a.m. On. And this one here should grind into, I got this for Wednesday at 2 a.m. Obviously, jackknife this fucking thing down here at some point. Like, freak them all out. There's your inflation print noise. Sorry, I'm in the wrong chart, guys. I apologize. Is that better? Hmm. That fucking thing right there. That's where the drag comes in. Who wrote Doom? Doom everywhere. Fucking Doom. And Daily Trigger's racing up here. See that right there? So this Daily Trigger's racing higher right now. What sucks about this is you only get to that one right there. Smash this up here, fail this down here. There's your W up here. And I kind of see like the here's Vixpiration and OpEx back down again. Let's just call that 3,000 right in here. Right there. Like slam it up, slam it back down to 3,000 for OpEx. This is OpEx and this is Vixpiration down here. We take that fucker out right there. Bang. Send you back down to the plumbing. We can't get back out until post-September in here. My view. It's somewhere way up here. Oh, that would fucking piss off the Bears so much. There's your thingy right there. There's your thingy right there. There's your thingy right there. So slam, slam, slam post September. Whipsaw. And then there's your weekly coming in to save the day for October and November. I think I've been told I'm being paid to pump them as well. Maybe I'm being paid to pump Meta because I own Meta. I own Tesla. I own SpaceX. I own fucking shitty fucking Snap. What's going on? What's everybody doing? You want me to go over that really quickly from what's going on? If you want, you can Google search this if you like. So I have a very rare tumor. It's called I got it here in a piece of paper if you want to read it. I've got a adenoma. Oops, hold on here. I can't show you everything because I got my address on it and stuff. I got an adenoma with only villus component. What makes it so dangerous is that it's precancerous. It can transform quickly into cancer. They're unsure if it is cancer. It could be cancer right now. They had me go to an MRI last week, then they sent me to another MRI. I went to a second one, a 3T MRI at a research institution. Towards the end of the week, it was like running around like crazy. They actually told me I couldn't take the MRI for 2 months, even with a stat order. So then I offered to pay with cash. They got me in. I cut everybody in line. I shouldn't be able to do that, but I did. Tomorrow morning, I'm supposed to hear more information if they have enough information to either hook me up to. They're either going to do one of two things. He said they're either going to cut it out of me really fast. That could take place in the next few days, or they're going to hit me with radiation and chemotherapy to try to reduce it so they can take it out in one piece. That should happen really rapidly next like week or so. So you're either going to see me operation in a hospital room. Maybe you guys can send me fucking flowers. I'll tell you where I'm at or something like that, or I'll take video. Or they're going to hook me up to a machine, and I'll show you the tubes coming in and out of my body. That would be 6 to 12 months, they told me, if I do that. My GP is telling me to cut the fucking thing out because it's so dangerous, what I have. If you look it up, what I have, it's spelt ADENOMA with villous component, VILLOUS. It's a very rare tumor that can rapidly kill me. So I don't know. They said they want to do one more colonoscopy this week, a second one, to do a second biopsy. They're afraid that there's cancer in it that they didn't biopsy. Shit you not, boys. People are like, how's it been going on for 2 months? 2 years. Like, it's been going on for that long. Okay, so if it was me, I'm going to repeat this, okay? If it was me, I would top line this. So I just looked at ES. I haven't looked at YM yet, which is the Dow. But and the Dow already put in a high, so I'm assuming that the dirty Dow is actually what keeps us up and very bullish. But there should be like a shift into tech. Tech looks the strongest this week. SPX next strongest. The weakest probably RTY. I would suggest something here though. Like, the bears are fucking trying to, like, they want to see that swing low to the Friday, Thursday lows that we left behind 2 weeks ago. We may be saving that for like October. There's potential that we won't go back down there until like sometime in October. You'd put in the second low, hopefully, and of course the bears are going to tell you they're going to crash as well. And that would be like the bottom leg of a large W for the end of the year to do a cup and handle. A large, what do we call it? Batwing. So gross. Now the danger here, of course, is the bears try to come in and like say you got served earlier than inflation print or VIXpiration or OPEX or month end. And we also have another issue here, which is we're at a rejection point in the collar. Hold on here. Where's that chart? Here's the collar, and here's an example of a quarter where we popped it. But as you can see, we come into like this is July. They said no. Into August, they said no. And then we began to break out violently. And we're in August 8th right now. So, there are a lot of traders here that are saying we're going to start smashing up and out of here and start just blasting this collar into the end of August. I don't know if we can do that. I'm having a hard time believing that we can do that. I have a feeling that what they're going to do is we're going to smash down here. Like no breakout, and then we eventually break out up here. Let me show you this. My thesis here is that, it's like up, right? Smash down, up, smash down, up, smash down, and then we eventually break out in the month of September. So slightly different, not exactly the same. And I would be very wary of these guys trying to sell into us up here. trying to tell you no, no, no. So it's like violence up, violence down, violence up, violence down, and then eventually in the month of September, it's when we actually break free. So not exactly the same, but and I would be wary of that. I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm just saying. I'll show you this here. My thought here is that they're going to try to break out up here. On here. Here's September 1 right here. So I'm thinking is that it's like smash, no, fuck you, no, that kind of shit. And then eventually we break the fuck out. Wham. Hit the 8,000 for September. And then they start selling us in October over here. We actually finally hit that low down here. There's a little gap down here that needs closed in here. It's just a series of smashing, 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 smashing. And not until we get into September do we actually break out and hit the 8,000. And then sometime in near expiration OPEX for October, they send us back down. And then we go up there and start really fucking around into the end of the year. Something like that. That's when we hit the 80-20 up here. End of the year. Forecasts changed to 8,200. I know. I got people telling me that I'm faking. I'm just like, what the fuck are people talking about? I don't understand people. So the takeaway from this, the takeaway here is this. All right, there's a top line thing. I'm going to type it out for you. I'm more than willing at any point to. So I got 78.90 right here. See this one right here? I'm more than willing for the month of August to, if we can break above and backtest this early, I'm all for trading this up into the end, to 80-20. I'm all game for that. But I need to be above 78.90. That makes sense? I need to be above this and building out a new support level up here. If we don't do that, for me to buy to trade 80-20, okay? So for me to trade 80-20, I need to be above 7890. If we're backtesting it, defending it, building a poop island up there, I'll take that trade. Until we do, I think it's better to be down here. And you're just buying these dips until we break up in a way. Whether that's this month or end of month or September, I don't care. So we're either above 78.90, we're either above this and holding it, right? You get the poop mountain, we can start talking about it. And then I'm just defending this right here. Maybe we come back down here. Hey, we're partying. Something like that. Or I'm just kind of hanging out. We do some OPEX stuff, we do some month-end stuff, and I can buy it down here, buy it wherever I want to. I don't care. And I think I don't know. Yeah, that's about what I think right now. And this should be on a 4-hour. Hold on here. Is it? Yeah. Hold on. This is down here. Hold on. I'll make this bigger for you. There's the 4-hour. Equal leg up here. Send it back down. Buy the Doom for CPI. Rip faces off. Oh my God, we're all going to die now. They're going to have to raise rates or whatever bullshit. Then we come back in, try to grab up into OPEX. There's 31st, and then we try to break out the first week of September. I have a feeling they're going to be in here trying to sell down into us on the 78.90 from that collar, at least until month end. And then September, we start breaking out. I think this is the most conservative look. I think it can be stronger than this, but I think this is the most conservative look. And you don't give them the satisfaction of taking this thing out until Maybe we have a small little gap down here. Maybe they catch this one if they're lucky. Yeah, I'm back. I got roped into more doctors all last week. I've been at one doctor's office or another. I've been sent on wild goose chases. Met with my attorneys. Had to change my will. Have to change a bunch of stuff for in case something goes wrong. So I met with attorneys last week. Met with a bunch of different doctors. Met with I was on phone calls for half an hour, 6 hours, 4 hours, an hour. Wife and kids are back home, which is nice. I didn't see them for 5 days, so I was able to get out, see some friends. I was able to have good times, just in case it gets ugly. It's been a weird week. Thanks, Berlin. Okay, so you guys have all the expectations. I'll post this for you in the on the website. I'm going to look at 2 or 3 more things right here. We're going to look at Hertz, HTZ. Ooh, I like it. Let's take a look at it. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I'll move this down. I'm looking at it on the wrong screen here. This is Hertz. This is an old school ticker. I haven't traded this one in fucking 10 years. Shits. The dollar sign. Let's look at this in a 1 month. I like that sweep down here. We're gonna look at a 3 month calendar, 3 month bar really quick. So this erased this whole candle right here. Do you see that? You could argue that this is bottom right here. There are natural buyers here. You can see that. The CEO says that it's undervalued, but is it really undervalued? What's the PE ratio on it? It's listed as negative 0.73, negative 1.71. They've been trying to kill this fucking company for years, haven't they? Hertz stock shows why earnings might be a problem for short sellers. Hertz jumps 30%, bears sweat as short squeeze continues 2 days ago. I don't think that they have a problem with this. I don't think that shorts are freaking out about this. Let's go the 1 month. Week. Oof. That's messy. I'm just looking at for what it is right now. This is below zero. They're trying to put that below zero in. That ain't happening. I'd call that bottom, dudes. I was trying to give any kind of like, there's maybe one more low in here. I think it was already hit. Right there. Maybe you see $1.07. There's a big weekly fuck you right there. There's another big weekly fuck you right there. This is a doozy right here. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff to say to you, okay? We can make this fairly easy here. This bottom trend down here, of course, is negative. It's not good. It's like if you're looking for more downs or anything like that. I can't see that, of course, unless it's going bankrupt. I can see a new low in here, maybe dragging, but I would assume that it's going to get accumulated. Maybe you see one more low. I'll give you a low target price of $1.11. Now, it doesn't mean it escapes. This is all bad in here. And this also sets up conditions for squeezing. So if you're a bull, if you like Hertz, I see the argument for a squeeze up here. This reminds me a lot of, I know it's a new IPO. I know it went bankrupt or went pink sheets. I think I was in this. I think I got trapped in this one time. Potentially. I think potentially I did get trapped in this fucking thing one time. What are you guys doing? What's going on? How y'all doing? Election volatility. How about that? How about that election in Michigan? They're trying to use that for the whole world. I don't think that the Dems can win the Senate. I think they can win the House and stuff, but I don't think they can win the Senate. I could be wrong, but let me just look at this here. Okay, there's something we have to talk about here. Number one, I do not like a stock that's underneath its monthly trigger. So underneath the blue line, it's in a bear market. Okay. I don't think for a minute we can't like fuck around in here and like scrape these lows. I don't see why this can't be happening. Like I think that can happen. You can kind of see it happening over here. And you can kind of see it happening over here. Just a little bit of like grind. You can see it over here a little bit. And then boom, new higher low. That was a good sign right here. A low, no new lows, right? So I would need to see no return to this. There's a gap to close down here. You want to be watching this very closely to not put in a new low. Like you want this to be above that daily trigger, no lookies back kind of a thing. Close that thing up. Even if you then take that out, Yeah, that needs to hold right here. That needs to hold. You took that one out right there. You took that one out right there. One, two, three, four, five. I don't think so, bros. You could argue that there, but I would like to see that one right there. Let me check this on a day really quick. Here's one right here. This took fucking forever. You see that? This one went ballistic. It just went vertical. It took it out like immediately. And then it just fucking ripped. Oof. That must have been painful, huh? $27. This one not so painful in here. And then this is where I think I want to bring the conversation back to there's two ways to look at this here. What this thing could do here is be really fucking grindy. Like you sent this back down here. Becomes like a 1, 2, 3, not done correcting yet, all the way blasts down. Takes that thing out. There's your actual W right there to get higher. Or I'm wrong. I'm assuming that traders think that this is going to moon. What I would say to you is remember the monthly trigger, and when it's below it, I'm not a buyer. So if it were to go moonshot, take all that out. Takes this out right here and rests back down here. I'm not a buyer until it does that. So it has to do, I think you could get stuck down here for a long period of time. And I also think that you can put this low back in October. You could actually slam down in here in October. So I'm going to draw this in just in case. I think that's easy. Call it middle of October. UpX, right there. And I can be wrong here. If this thing goes, though, I'm going to show you the last example when it did go. Right over here. And what you do is you let the market do the work for you. See how the market does the work here? Bam, bam, slams it straight up, goes above with a back test. It now has the monthly, the daily, the weekly velocity going vertical with it. You buy this one right here. I don't like the idea of taking that trade until you're above the monthly trigger, okay? And I want to show you the other example of it's not doing it. And it's right here. It gets rocked in here, sent back down, no new high to buy. And you're sucked into this succubus over here. And this could be hell for a long time, right? You get sucked into something like this. And, let's say you're a buyer right here. That's April 25. You stayed long, they sucked you down. So I would need to see us be above this. And the way that it should look is like this. You would bust out past this high right here, right? It'd be 1, 2, 3. You start buying right above that prior high right there, and that's where you take it. Like if you want to go big time, have a trade $30 or something like that. It's somewhere in there like that. We're not there yet, so I think the way is lower. Or I think it could potentially be lower. You get sucked in here, and then they don't unclench you until end of the year. And you're like dealing with trading $8, maybe 10 or 12 at the end of the year in this one. This could also take into March. Your horizon should be like January, March, or something. And as the market rolls for its springtime, it's going to be a bloodbath in here. So I think next spring's going to be a bloodbath. But every spring's been a bloodbath, so we'll find out. Okay, next one we're going to do here is Tesla. So I'm going to ask for Tesla, and then I'm going to shut the stream off and get the rest of this stuff onto the website. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Hold on here. Now, I bought Tesla. Hold on, let me bring this down. I'll show you the Tesla chart if you want to see it. The one from ER. I think this is the ER chart. I had this dumping in here. I bought the sell on their ER. Now I'm still not doing well in my trade with Tesla, but I still have this thing going up just for full. You guys want to see how I had it traded out? And there is a problem with Tesla. It is now underneath. Its monthly trigger, and I fucking hate. It being under its monthly trigger here. I don't like this at all. Now, if I had to have like an overriding, idea about Tesla, let's go back and look at something here. And this is what I want to show you. Right in here. Am I in the right year here? Hold on, let me just check this really quick. I think it was this. That's when he was sworn in, right? January 20th, 2025. The date's wrong here. Hold on. January 20th. So somewhere in there. And hold on here, guys. When was when did debate? Oh, September 10th. Right in here. You know, somewhere in here last 2 years ago, this was May and June of 2024, we were monitoring the Bloomberg terminal in our Discord. Dr. CS has access to one. And when we were in this summer area here, we're in this summer area in here. The Bloomberg terminal had Joe Biden winning the presidency. And the Bloomberg terminal was afraid of a recession if the Dems won. In the middle of summer, in like June, July, the Bloomberg terminal came out and said, we've changed our prediction of what's going to happen. Biden is going to lose. And they said Kamala is going to lose. And this right here is her last debate right here. And they said the Republicans are going to take everything. It'll be a landslide and recession canceled. What's fascinating about this, though, is the run-up that took place. And look where we were here, too. We were underneath the monthly trigger. And we started violently trading above the monthly trigger as it became more apparent that Trump was going to win. And who was to benefit from this Trump trade? If you remember this stuff too, right? This was like bad. Oh my God, is Trump going to win? Once Trump was kind of like they sealed the deal in this summer, they ramped this fucking thing like, from tip to tail. Come on now, what is going on here? Why is this not working? What the fuck is going on here? Can I get something? Yep, right there. But I'm measuring. Measure price range. No, we're not measuring for fucking Elliott Wave here. Hold on. I don't know why this isn't working. No fibs, no patterns. I just want to see the amount, how much it went up. Price range. Okay, it's not working, I guess. At any rate, from a low, it traded $142. It traded near 500, which is pretty insane, right? I would expect that we are going to do a similar trade for these midterms. And And if you just look down here where we are now, it's kind of the same setup. You see it down here? Kind of the same setup in here, right? See it down here? Nice bull flag down here. And we start popping that bull flag up. And all of a sudden we're rampo-rammering up here. Ramoing. I do have concerns, though, that this has one more leg down. Now we've broken this. I mean, like, something like this, and then up. Let's just look at these guys back here. Do you see these guys right here? These guys bought this too. This is post-election. Everyone missed the trade for the election. And then they were like, bro, it's going to go up now, bro. And they're like, nope, we priced that bullshit in. So these guys over here, and there's a gap to close down here. A little gap right here. You could argue that this is where the accumulation is right here. Or smart money, maybe. We're real close, aren't we? Fucking smart money is like way lower. Smart money right there. Smart money right there. Smart money right there. Woo. It's anywhere down in here. There's your quarterly. And Tesla's CPI sensitive too. Sorry, I should tell you guys what we're doing here, in case you're just showing up. This is kind of the same thing with this monthly trigger has as with Hertz. Like you've got the weekly trigger coming down, the daily trigger coming down. This is all bad negative. You kind of need to be above both the weekly trigger. You need the weekly trigger to come down. Daily trigger like this, you kind of need like price up here. It needs to break above this, then you can decide if you're going to long it in here. Back to a day really quick. Friday low right there. Friday. You see that right there? That's bad. Wednesday. There's Friday right there. There's Thursday in a gap. Smart money's all down here. These guys want a little bit deeper. You can see it. Theoretically, this can come down here. We're not showing, this doesn't show afters, but I'm going to show you the afters. All this Monday there. But I want to see Wednesday 1600. And that's where the problem is right here. This is where I think the problem is. Just inflation fair bullshit. You're then breaking the Thursday, Friday in here. You break that Friday low and it's down here. I have a feeling it's gonna fucking dump right straight down here. It's gonna like blast down. A quick up today and then a blast down on fear inflation fears. That's where your smart money is going back. There's something else here too, which is it could be like a sweep like this. That opens the door. And then you're like hitting that that Vixpiration, like this kind of nonsense up here. Then you're like sweeping this stuff down here. Doom print for OpEx. And this is where the real money is down here. It's a little bit more up in here with a failure. Maybe close this half back trade here. Maybe one more down in here. Something like this. They fuck you in here. Up here, back down. So basically, as the trade is to here, trade is back down over here, and then they let you out over here. So it's just like that. That's September 10th. That is September 20th. And then you know what we do. We start pricing in. Oh my God, everything's going to be fine. The election. We're going to pay Elon back again. We're going to take that fucking thing out right there. Bammo. And you find out that you didn't win the Senate and I didn't win the Senate and I'm crying in my oatmeal. There's where the break of that one comes in right there. This is the party time rocking into the end of the year. If I were to measure that, I bet you that's about half. And you'll meet these guys once again at the top into the end of the year, and they're going to want to buy this. And of course, they're going to get heavily rocked to the downside. And the question becomes here, like, how high can this thing go into the end of the year? And you start looking at stuff like this in this past over here. And that's what I'm looking for, something like that. Boom, boom. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. You know, I don't want to say this, but, you know, up there. And then bam down here and one more up to the top. Here is one top. Here is the other top. And the same shit. You know, end of the year. Tesla pulls it out of its ass. And then straight back and do it all again over here. That's what I would think. If you're smart money, that's what you're doing. You're buying that right there. Bang, bang, boom. You're buying this right here. Bing, bang, boom. Back down again. Bing, bang, boom. Right? Bing, bang, boom down here. Maybe you get one more. Maybe there's just one more low in here. Remember, you're still a buyer on this one. You're a buyer there. You're a buyer here. The only concern I have here is we're not above the monthly trigger. That's it. But we have examples of it recovering from the monthly trigger. So The one thing I would say about this is upcoming for Tesla and the election. If you start to see stuff like you start to see that low right there, I wouldn't discount it. I would tell you right away there's definitely buyers here. So what I would need to see is like blast through these guys here, then start fucking stalling. And if you start stalling, even if you're buying this and you start to see the stall, and you're like, yeah, Cap, we're going down here and all that kind of nonsense. We're gonna have a stock market crash and whatever. The world's gonna end. We're going to zero. Tesla's going to go fucking negative. If that's going to happen, you need more stuff to happen. You need that down move over here. You're so close to a bottom as it is. You really need to see like that. Fuck you, door closed. I would even say a $300. Like, you start to see a roll in here, and like they just don't give a fuck about the buyers here. We can talk about that, but I would expect buyers to show up there. So if they show up and they stall it out, sure, pull the plug on the trade up. And the market will crash, and we're all fucked. But if not, I think that this stock trades with, or if you want like an argument against like going up for Tesla, I think it's very tied into our elections. I think that like Elon supporting Trump and stuff. There's like payback in here for Elon. So you see that down move right there, and you see it pop above 318. It's time to start partying over here to the upside. And you got to remember that this is like turning up from here. So if you look at all this over here, you could argue that's all turning up money right here. So anything in here you're buying. It's a pick your poison kind of a thing. No, I can't tell you how the election turns out, or if there's going to be recession fears or any of that stuff, or if the Democrats are going to win it all and we're all fucked. I would posit that no matter who wins, they're still going to build out this AI, and you're going to be sorely disappointed if you think that anything's going to change. Even if there are a change of regime change, I don't really see the gotcha moment that all these guys want. We're bursting the bubble. I don't see it. So I think this is more a matter of just positioning. Scrape that thing, scrape this thing down here, and I think they're going to pay him back again for the midterms. What's that? Any advice on pump and dumps? Looking to dump some bags on people? I don't know. Why would you ask me that question? I don't understand that question. Pump and dumps? Dump bags on people. Don't get that. Don't know what you're talking about. Do you know that? Are you talking about ASIO? Somebody said that I was pumping and dumping ASIO. Did you see my post to dump ASIO? Let me ask you a question here. Let's take a look at it. You mean this right here? You mean that one right there? Let's look at it. What does that say? It says accumulating from here to 42, right? Are you in or no at 42? I've been buying this ASIO and EVTV for a couple of years now. Have you been buying the lows with me the entire time on my show? If not, you can wait for 42 cents. Or am I being paid maybe from sell side to get it down to 42 cents? Hello? Are you there? Probably not. Hello? If I'm being paid by to pump and dump, I would go to prison, right? Hello? Are you there, fucking retard? Are you there? I don't see him there. I don't see him there. He's like, well, he's getting paid to sell it. He's getting paid to buy it. I just don't know which it is. I do like the trolls, though. It means I'm fucking famous, doesn't it? I fucking love it. Hold on here. I like being famous. Are you sad that you're not famous? Are you sad that tens of millions of people don't watch you all day long? Hold on here. Hold on a second. Tesla, I don't know. I'm probably being paid by them too, and I'm being paid by Meta, and I'm being paid by a bunch of different stocks right now. I guess I'm being paid by SpaceX too. Those guys are paying me. Mm. Oh, they don't like that I did Hertz or something. There's some salty motherfuckers. Hold on a second here. Give me one quick second here, guys. I guess I can't get McFly to be back in here, can I? How do I don't even know how to do my own name. It's right there. Hang tight, guys. I don't think people forget that Tesla doesn't exist. I think that Tesla runs a lot like Bitcoin. I think it runs a lot like Sentimental. Like, do you notice that Bitcoin trades on sentiment now? It's somewhere in there, just like that. You can see it right in there. There was one little kiss down here. This is where the last buyers were, right in here. So down here too. That's where smart money theoretically is, but trend is higher. It's like right here. You'd think that some like basement dweller you would think that some fucking you'd think that some fucker that lives in a basement somewhere, they would have something better to do on a Sunday. Obviously not. They probably should come hang out with me. I can take them out and show them a better time than their basement. Or maybe when I'm fucking their mother, they can pick her up or something. One or the other. That's when the stock really runs. I think it runs on politics right now. I think it's very much political. Okay, so there's Tesla. We went over ES, we went over NQ. NQ looks the strongest. If I had to pick any of the three indexes, it looks the strongest. Small caps, fear and bullshit on CPI. SPX looks kind of in the middle, but if NQ runs, it should force SPX to smash into the 78.90 on SPX. Are we good? The rest of them you got to pay for. I put them into our website. You got to pay for them. So you just go to the website and you'll have the Outlook. There ain't no fucking free mustache rides here for anyone. I'm just kidding. I do like them all, though. I do like NVIDIA as well. I like NVIDIA too. You can only I know you can only fucking watch so much porn and jerk off so many times before you want to go out there and be a troll. They don't understand that, do they? They don't understand that. They will, though. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I gotta get the rest of this shit done. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. Just a couple top line things here. I am bullish into tomorrow into the end of the day. I don't think we can put in a new high for the new week, though. Does that make sense? Like, I think we'll come back up, swing up, hit the prior high from the weekend. Some top line stuff. Be waiting lower in case the bears come out and rain on us this week. I have a doctor calling me on the show tomorrow morning. I know some of you fuckers think that I don't have a goddamn tumor growing in my ass as well. I swear to God, I swear to God, like if I could just meet you in person. But I do have some news coming out tomorrow. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be one of two things. They're either going to rush me in and cut this fucking thing out, or they're going to put me on like a radiation and chemo regime. And then they won't cut it out for like 6 months to a year. But what I have, the tumor that I have, is very, very rare, very dangerous. And it could turn into like something that kills me quickly. So I'll know more tomorrow. So I'll be on the stream tomorrow. If this fucking guy calls while I'm on the show, I will try to like either have him playing in the background so you can listen to him, or I'll just relay to you what he says. And you'll see me either more here or not here for a minute, depending on what they do. If they do the chemo and radiation, it shouldn't be too bad. And there's one other thing too. They want to biopsy it one more time, no matter what the imaging shows on the 3 Tesla thing. Now they want no matter where that fucking thing, that tumor is, they do want to biopsy one more time. So you could see me like potentially. I get a call on Monday. I start fasting, and then like Wednesday or so, I'm under another colonoscopy. Now I'll be loopy on that procedure. They put me into like twilight, so they don't want me to sign contracts. They don't want me to be on the show, that kind of shit. So I'd be gone for that, and then once they get the results back from that, that would be like 72 hours, probably Friday of next week. And they would make a plan for the following week to either cut this thing out or give me chemotherapy. So I'll know more with you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not joking about this. I'll show you exactly what the fuck I got. Right. If any of you guys came to the show late, I'll read it off to you again, so you can do your own research and find out what I got. I have an adenoma, adenoma, with only villus, VILLOUS component. So if you just Google search that, that's what I have. It's adenoma with villus component. It's growing rapidly inside of me, quickly. They did do one biopsy already on it. They want to do a second biopsy. I think it even says here. I have a follow-up colonoscopy depending upon the pathological diagnosis. Surgery versus piecemeal polyectomy. I don't know what that means. It has something to fucking do with fucking whatever the fuck this new MRI says. Yeah, it's no joke. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't kid about any of this stuff. And I'm not being fucking paid by ASIO, you fucking retards. I have no fucking idea. You guys, like, if you got, I feel like if I'm not on stream, you just start making shit up. Like, just like, and like dissecting everything that I say is something bigger than it is. So I'm telling you the truth. Like, this is what's happening. Like, I'm literally like seeing doctors. I'm seeing my attorneys. I'm getting new wills, new directives. Like, if I die while I'm doing this stuff, I need to have directives for my kids and for my wife and for who comes to my funeral, all that kind of stuff. You guys really want to fucking see me die? Fuck is wrong with you guys? So, like, if you don't see me, or you don't see me streaming, or you think that, like, I'm doing something, I don't know what the fuck you think I'm doing, but, I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm assuming here that the demand is to have me on the show more. So maybe you guys are sub-sellers. Maybe that fucking guy is a sub-seller, and he can't tell his subs what's going to happen in the market this week. And so maybe he's mad. That the basement dweller is. I come to a show and I watch it all day long and then I sell it to people. Is that what you do? Maybe. So I'm assuming that you just want to see more of my fucking face. If that's the case, you'll probably see me this week. But I got to let you know that how this is unraveling, it could be quick. This guy could come back and say, get me the colonoscopy. I have it by like Wednesday, and then by Friday, like, we're cutting. Like, I'm assuming that would be on Monday of next week. Or they're going to hook me up to a machine. And then I'll have to, like, show you the machine. I'll rip my shirt off and show it to you. If they give me the radiation and the fucking, whatever the chemotherapy is, I'll take my shirt off and show you the tubes running in my body. You can tell me that's AI, and then I'll fly you. I'll pay for you to get a flight and meet me in person. And I'll show it to you in person, which I don't think you'll ever do. But, because you're a weak pussy. But, it is wild, isn't it? So what we'll do is this, I'll be here next week. And, dude, I kid you not. You do realize that if I am being paid by who? If I'm being paid by doggone it, that the feds would show up. But if I'm not being paid, how do they show up? Who are you? I'd like to know. Like, you should report me to the feds and say he's being paid by doggone it. And then, when they find out that I'm not being paid by anybody, you're going to have shit on your face again. But that's fine. You can say that if you want. Yeah. Why is it I'm saying it's going to 42 cents, though, if I'm being paid to pump it? I just want to know that. Why am I saying it's going down? I just really got to wrap my head around that. Like, am I being paid to sell it down, too, because I got it going to 42 cents? Let's look at that stock really quick. Let's look at ASIO. This used to be EVTV. If you remember, I've been buying this fucking thing forever. ASIO. Let's look at this thing right here. So what? And I posted a chart saying it was going down. You didn't see that chart? I'll show it to you, you fucking loser. I can't stand these losers. Well, let me show it to you. This is the chart that I posted on Twitter. So am I on sell side research being paid? I want to know. I have a question for you, fuck. Oops, hold on. So I've got this going down. You see it? You see it right there? Are you fucking blind? You mean to cut it for you? Hold on, I'll show it to you. Watch this right here. This is how I've got ASIO right here. This is the chart that I posted on Discord, right? No, on Twitter. I even told the Discord, I said, don't buy this stock. I said, I already own it. Let's look at that right there. That's ASIO. So I've got us trading down here to 43 cents. I said 42 on Twitter. It was 43. So am I being paid for selling ASIO or buying it? Explain it to me better. Do you think that I'm telling my friend that I'm going to sell your stock? Do you think he likes that? Answer me, you fucking piece of shit. You can't, though. So you can see right here, I've got it going down to 42 cents. You fucking, can you not? I kind of like this. I'll be honest. I like I like when I've got fucking a tumor inside of me when people have nothing better to do. So I want to show this to you again. So I've been buying this fucking stock down here for a long time, not just like this week. And I did say, I will say when. And why will I say when? Let's talk about that. So we have a halfback trade right here. You see it, right? And just like every other goddamn stock that I talk about, every other fucking stock. Let's go look at this in an hour. 1 hour right here. Right down in here. This is where the smart money is. You see it? Right in here. It's this one right here. It's this one right here. Maybe he does work for Buy-Side or something. He's mad at me. I wonder if he is a pump and dumper. Maybe that guy is a pump and dumper. You can see it right here. It's right over here. And so let me ask you a question. When I do buy this thing, I am going to tell you, we're close, aren't we? You see it right there? I bought this thing too right here. You remember that post? I said, what did I say right here? I said, Azio Burr, right? We traded $1.80. What is that right there? I think this is exactly when I posted it the second time, right? That's 36.88%. And I'll be down there at, what did it say it was? 42? Yeah, it's somewhere in there. It's like 40, 46. We can get down in here at any point. I'll buy that too. You can mark that shit for the SEC and the FCC, and I don't know who you call for that stuff, but I'll be down there for that too. What are you talking about? Cancer as parasites? What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know how you could be a pump and dumper at 42 cents. I don't know how you could be. I don't know how you pump and dump that. Would I get paid for sell it down to the depths of hell and now buy it all? Maybe. You'd have to pay me for that though, I would think. Or you just don't like that he's my friend, maybe? He can be my friend. Or you don't like him, maybe. If you don't like him, you should say it to my face. You should just come see me somewhere. Cool? I'm getting paid by Big Cancer too. I had someone say he's been talking about that for 2 years. They're still saying it to this day. They're like, he's been talking about it for 2 years. He's a liar. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I can't. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it either. I don't know what it is. So I just got the phone with someone that told me this stuff, and I was like, I think what I did was, let's take a peek at this. Oh my God, look at ES. Holy shit, it's going the right way. Hello, ES. Oh my God. I think that what it is that I'm not on stream enough. I think you guys just need to see more of me. And I think when you see less of me, people read into things as being something that they're not. It's one or the other. I had a pump and dumper call me this week. I actually had a guy call me on Friday. I'm not going to tell you his name is, but I think he asked me on Friday. He was like, "Are you pump and dumping this stock?" I'm like, "No," but he's an actual pump and dumper. Like, he's an actual paid pump and dumper. I know those guys too. Maybe they're just mad. Maybe they're I don't know. Maybe I fucked them or something. Maybe they were trying to get short, and so I ran over him. I don't know exactly. I don't know why they're mad. Hey, come on. Well, we can go down though. We can go. This is a 4-hour here, but we shouldn't put that high in until the close tomorrow. And we should not make a new high. It should be like just underneath. Then they dump us down here. 1, 2, and then 3 down there. Did I buy that too? Am I on buy and sell side research for fucking spoos? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, Robert. I'm just fucking with all of you out there. I know that there's always going to be talk. I realize that. So a few things. Let's clear the room. I am not being paid by Azio. I'm not being paid by Doggone It. $0. 0. If I were to be paid by them, it would be a public record. I would have to say I'm being paid by these people. If you don't know that, it's not hard. I put a small little disclaimer on the show that says this is being paid for. Some other things you need to know. I've been buying EVTV and Azio for longer than anyone's been connected to them that I know. I have a record of it on stream if you want to turn me in or something. No, I'm not being paid. So if I'm just like buying and selling that stock and I'm not being paid for it, I'm assuming that they would see a payment and they would come after me. So I'm going to keep talking about ASIO, and ASIO is not the only stock that I talk about. We got to talk about that too. So there are other stocks that I talk about in this show. Let me see them. Here's an entire list going all the way down. Now, I don't speak on the show about all of these tickers any longer. And I want to talk about that briefly too, if I can. So inside of our Discord, what I used to tell you guys back in the day, what I used to do is list off all of these stocks. On the show, I would list them off, like CBRS, RBRK, Hinge, AUGO, LIF, NAVN, Beta, CAI, Slide, SLDE. I want to say something about this, if I can, about being said I'm a pump and dumper. Most of this stuff I talk about in our Discord now. I don't talk about it on public anymore. So I give the first dibs on these stocks to them. No one pays me for this. I run a scan that tells me when to buy these stocks, okay? No, I'm not telling you what the fucking scanner is. Get fucked. I'm not going to give it to you. Do your own work to figure out your own scanner. And we've been tracking these stocks for every bull run. Like I have a gang of them in here. If you can see a gang of these stocks. You guys can see sometimes you can see the alerts that come up for these stocks. No one pays me to tell you about these stocks, but I don't make them all public like I once did. So what you're going to see here, I'm going to shock you right now. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt your brain. I'm going to hurt your brain right now on the claims that I'm a pump and dumper. Okay? We are starting a show here, whether you like it or not. And I could give a flying fuck if you're buy-side research and I screw you, and you're being paid for buy-side research, and I'd give a flying fuck if you're being paid for sell-side research. If you're watching this show right now, come close to me. I want to talk to you. I want to whisper in your ear. I want to tell you something out there, okay? I want you to look me right in the eye. Okay? So I'm starting this night show, and I'm running tests right now on a bunch of these spec growth stock picks. And you're going to see me. You are going to see me recording videos about ASIO, Hinge, Slide, all the shit that I've been picking since the beginning of this bull run. And I'm coming after your ass if you're being paid for that shit. I'm going to come after your ass because what I'm going to do is this night show, we're going to run through all these stocks together. I'm going to post them all over my fucking feed on Twitter. Just like that ASIO. I'm going to post them all. And I'm going to tell them when to get in and get out. I'm going to say I'm buying here. And you're going to see my account buying those stocks. And you'll see me actually say sell them now. So I guess I'm being paid by sell side or buy side in your view. But I want you to know that we're going to do this show whether you like it or not. And I'm going to run you over. I'm going to let you know that right now. Just like I run you over on SPY and everything else. Cool? So that's what's going to happen. Whether you like it or not. And I know it's going to infuriate you. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah. We're going to create an ETF tracker. We're going to do nighttime show. I'm going to be accused of being a pump and dumper, I assume. And I don't know if those people are actually being paid. Now, if I ever get paid for anything like that, there'll be a disclaimer. But I don't get paid currently for that. If you want to pay me, you can. If you want to be a sponsor, you can. And if you ever have a sponsor, you'll see a disclaimer on my YouTube channel and everywhere else that says he's being paid for this. If you don't see a disclaimer anywhere, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, that means that I'm not being paid. It's that simple. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. I will get a call from the doctor. He said in the morning, don't come to my office. So I on Friday, I hand delivered some CDs to him. I walked with film, whatever that means. And by the time he got back and I met up with him in Detroit, it was too late. So he was like, I'll get with you on Monday morning. If you see anybody out there saying that I'm being paid to pump and dump any stock, I am not. If I am, I will tell you. If I'm being paid by anyone, I will fucking tell you guys. It's that simple. Outside of that, so you have a cancer update. You've got Jim James. Turn me in, please. Please turn me in for pump and dumping. I would love to see any kind of payment or any kind of like advance warning, any of that stuff. Anything like that. And yeah, I don't know. Mage Nightmare Miniatures, exactly. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning. I got this stuff on the goddamn website. You guys, I'm burning time here. I was literally trying to just do my updates on the show before I got to this nighttime stuff. Cool. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, Joe? How are you? All right, later, guys. See you at 9:30 in the morning. We'll play the jams, dude.